Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, your host, Golden Zulu. So today we have another interesting example under net present value calculation together with the internal rate of return. So with me, this is the example that I have. So with me, this is the example where we are told to say we should use the net present value criterion to decide which project is most profitable if a discount rate of the first one we have it to be 6%, and the second one we have it to be 8%. So this is how we will calculate our net present value. So we will use first 6% in calculating the project for A, and we still use this 6% to calculate the project for B. Then the one which will have a greater net present value is the one which is most profitable. And again, you will also use 8% in calculating for project A and use 8% in calculating for project B. Then the one which is most profitable will be greater than the other. So this is how we will calculate our net present value. Then you can also watch other videos which were previously made to have more confirmation in how you calculate our net present value, because for this video will be a little bit short and very fast. So here with me, we will first solve the first one where the criterion we are using is 6%. So we'll just be going directly in terms of punching. So you will punch using this formula, the one we were taught in the first video. We know to say we have present value is equal to future value over 1 plus r to the power t, where the future value in this case is this amount you are given, so which is the negative 42,000 over 1 plus, you know to say if you were to change 6% to a decimal, it gives you 0.06, then time is 0. So negative 42,000, you will now punch on your calculator, we just go directly. So negative 42,000 divided by 1.06 to the power 0 gives us the same negative 42,000. So we have it to be this amount here. Then we go directly again on negative 5,000 divided by 1.06 to the power 1. It gives you negative 4,716.98. Then you come again on the second one, 122,000 divided by 1.06 to the power 2. You will get this as your amount, 108,579.6. So you can continue this so that you prove, and if you continue here, so these will be the results. So when you complete this row, these will be the results. So you do the same, even for this side, you start punching negative 95000 divided by 1.06 to the power 0. It will give you the same negative 95,000. Remember, these zeros, the powers, they are coming as a result of the years. Then again, you do negative 10,000 divided by 1.06 to the power 1. It is giving you negative 9433.96. Again, you punch negative 120,000 divided by 1.06 to the power 2. It is giving you negative 10,679.6. Then again, you punch for this other one, which is 200,000 divided by 1.06 to the power 3. You will get 16,792.3.9. Then when you finish on your own, these will be the results. So these will be the results when you finish. Then from here, we'll add these and remove the cash outflows, but the removal will be the addition. Why? Because these are already in negative state. So we'll add from here to here, and when we add, these will be the results. So these will be the results when you add from here to there. Then from here, you will add these. Remember, these are in negative state. You will say minus 4 2 zeros minus again negative 4716.98, then you will get your answer to be that. So this is your net present value, which is 22331.72. Then again from here, you will add these two only, because these are the only inflows. 167923.9 plus 87130.3. Then you subtract these. So subtraction, you will add then minus 95000 minus 9433.96 minus 106799.6 minus 3732.9. So this will be your result. So from here now, if you are to check which of these two is greater than the other, you will understand to say that this is greater than the other. So under the 6% criterion, so under the 6% criterion, the net present value of project A is more profitable. So now we go for the one which is 8%. So you will just repeat every process just the same way. Then from there you make a conclusion as well. So let us see the end result when we have 8% getting into play. So remember, when we use 8% on the project A, these will be the results. Remember the same way you were punching. So I will just punch this one. The same way we are punching 130,000 divided by 1.08 to the power 3. This will be the result. So you just get 103,198.2. So from here, we go for project B. The same way you were calculating for 6% is the same way we also calculate for 8%. So when you punch 8% on this figure on project B, these are the values that you are going to get. The same way you were punching, just get, if you are getting this negative 10,000, get it. So negative 10,000 divided by 1.08 to the power 1, you will get your answer to be negative 9,259.3. The same way. Then from here you will add these and subtract these. So when we add, this will be the result. So from here, when you do your calculations, you will find that the net present value for project A is negative 5,966.3, while the net present value for project B is negative 1,549.5. So from here, you know to say any number on the number line close to 0 is great. So let's say we have negative 1 and 0 here. Negative 1 is greater than negative 2. So in this case, this one is greater than this one. So for 8%, project B is more profitable. Is more profitable for 8%. Project B is more profitable for 8%. Then let's now see for IRR calculations. Remember, when we are dealing with IRR, we need to understand to say that one present value should be in negative and the other is in positive. Lucky enough, when we look at these present values we have from the first, we had these to be positives, and from the second, we had these to be negative. So we can just go directly in calculating our IRR for both 6% and 8%. Remember, let's assume to say we had 6% as our original net present value, the one we can use in calculating our net present value. When calculating for IRR, you need to estimate another percentage, but in this case you can use 8% and 6%. There is no need of you trying to estimate another, but if you were to estimate another, then you need to calculate the net present value for project A and the net present value for project B. But in this case we just go direct, so we know to say IRR is given by N1 R2 minus N2 R1 over N1 minus N2, where N1 is the net present value you got at first, which is the 22,331.68. Then the rate you used secondly was 8%, minus the net present value for the second one you got is negative 5,964.2 multiplied by the first percentage you used, which is 6%. Then you divide throughout. You know to say N1, the one you had is 22,331.68. You subtract with negative 5,964.2. Then from here, you just do your computations. So you just go directly 2231.6 multiplied by 8%. You will get your answer to be that, which is 178.5 minus, then remember negative times negative is what? Positive. So in short, you have 5964.2 times 6%. You will have 357.9. Then from here, we just add the 2. Remember, negative times negative is positive. So 22331.68 plus 5964.2. When you add them, you will get your answer to be 28295.88. Then from here, we just go direct 178.5 plus 357.9. Then you divide this by 28295.88, where you will get your answer to be 0.01895. Then you multiply the 0.01895 by 100, and you will get your answer to be 1.895. So this is the IRR calculation for project A. Then let's now calculate for project B. So this is for project A. So let's now calculate for project B. So we know to say we'll still have the same IRR is equal to N1 R2 minus N2 R1 over N1 minus N2. So we still use the same. So N1 for project B was 6457.72 multiplied by the R2 we used was 8%, minus the net present value for project B was negative 1549.35 multiplied by 6% over 6457.72 minus this. Then from here we can just punch. We know to say we have 6457.72 multiplied by 8%. You will have 516.6. Negative times negative is positive. 1549.35 multiplied by 6%. You will have 92.96. Then negative times negative is positive. So you have 647.72 plus 1549.35. Then here, when you add the two, you will get 8007.07. Then from here, we'll just go direct. 516.6 plus 92.96. Then you divide this by 8007.07. When you divide, you will get your answer to be 0.07613. Then from here, we will multiply this by 100 so that we convert it to a percentage. So we multiply it by 100, so you get your answer to be 7.613. Then when you compare now the two answers, the one you got on top. Look at the IRR and the IRR for project B. So we'll say project A, IRR, I got 1.895%. And for project B, you got 7.631%. Look at the two. When you check which one is big, the one which is big is that one. So according to the IRR, project B is more profitable. Your host, Golden Zulu. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.